What's up, Bay fam, and welcome back to a new video. Now, first of all, here's a few disclaimer about what I'm gonna present to you guys. First of all, I'm sorry about the fact that the camera might move a lot, is because right now where I am right now, it's pretty not that stable, so the camera might move, and I'm actually very sorry about that. This video is gonna be a bit different on the review. I'm not gonna take all the bays apart because I already made all the changes that I needed to make sure that those bays are the way that I want them. But here's the thing though, I'm gonna present to you all the boxes, and I'm gonna present to you the boxes, of course, and gonna tell you a bit more about the pieces, and I might take some of them apart to show you the different pieces, especially one because it's a new bay. But for the rest, it's gonna be just a few pieces that I'm gonna show you because it's worth it. So let's go. I'm gonna show you the boxes because yes, there are boxes because this is the Random Booster Volume 30. Now, with this set, you have a few prize bay. The first one being Wing Knight, because duh. The second one being the ability to be able to build yourself an Excalibur, but dark version, aka Demon Sword, or if you prefer to go with the Fate State Knight that you are, Tarfing Sword, the dark version of Excalibur. And you have yourself the ability to make two bays that are just made of random pieces. Of course, I'm sorry about that, but has two new drivers but technically not two new drivers, but two drivers that if you don't have before, you have your chance to have them now, as well as all new pieces thanks to Wing Knight, and an alternate coloring of Wing Knight itself. So, like I said, I'm going to present to you all the boxes because I have literally all of them. So, let's see here in the front the base, how they are made inside of the Random Booster, and then after that I'm going to show you all that I made already. So, here we have Wing Knight, of course, because duh, he's the main star of this Random Booster. You have here Wing Kirbyus, so it has the wing blades. So technically that makes sure that I'm not forced, but you can actually know what they do with the presentation of Wing Knight. You have here Devil Excalibur, so you have the double blades with the Excalibur DB core, but made in black and red with some silver and gold, of course. You have here Xiphoid Belial, meaning that it has Xiphoid blades and the Belial core. And you have Prominence Knight right here. So a Knight core with the Prominence blades made in gold. So yeah, that's for the box. And here's the back, of course, with all the pieces, all the description, everything, and the special ability that the blade. Sorry about that. The Wing Knight has as an ability because it has a wiggle function, kinda. It's hard to say, but it's hard to explain, but I'm gonna show you. And here you have the explanation to make yourself the Devil Excalibur, aka, like I like to call him, and which I will call him forever, Tarfing. So, yeah, let's go with the general prize bay, aka Wing Knight. Now, I must admit, I really love the design of Wing Knight due to the fact that it's kind of a perfect circle, kinda, because it has some ridges. And it is actually the first Wing Knight that I possess. The actual first Knight, technically, that I possess, because I never had Air Knight in my collection. So, to have the evolution of Air Knight, it's pretty fun, I can't lie. So, here we have the Wing Blade, and here you look here. If you look here, you can actually see a similarity. I'm gonna make sure to say my words correctly. A similarity with Excalibur. Actually, let me just take Excalibur. If you look correctly, the forge disc and the blades are perfectly stick together, so you don't have the wrangling sound that you will have if the forge disc was looser and was able to actually pivot on the blades. So you actually have that kind of amazingness with it. And here's the do I call it a wiggle or... Anyways, here's the special ability that comes with the DB core, okay? Look at that. You see that? The shift is the shift that is happening right there. That is because you have a special part inside of the DB core itself that will allow your bay to shift like this to go with the airflow or the wing flow, depending on how you use the bay. So yeah, I'm gonna take it apart, so I'm gonna be able to show you guys all the pieces. Put these down like this. So of course, like I said, it's the same thing with the red version, so I don't need to present to you all the pieces. It's exactly the same thing. They're able to do the same thing as they are. The only difference is the armor, it's not the same one. And the coloring, the general coloring, is not the same one either. So, here we have the Knight DB core in amazing blue, transparent blue, with some amazing silver and the red gem here on the helmet. And I really love the fact that it is a frontal helmet instead of being a profile helmet. Although I don't have anything against the profile, but I really enjoy the look that they have when they're facing when we have the frontal face of the chip. So here we have the wing blades. Now, it is a right spin bay, stamina type, just so you guys know. And it has two modes, either upper thrust or down thrust. Now, if you look right here, you're going to have a little tab. Okay, it's not very that visible, but let me just pull it up. So, you have that little tab that became exposed when you're able to unlock it. And when you unlock it, the secondary part of the blades are going to be able to move. You see the little screws here? Look at that. See? So you're able to change from upper stream to downstream with the wing blades. So if you're placed like this, the way to see if you're downstream or upstream, it's going to be with those holes here. If you have this blue transparent right there that appears in the hole, you are in downstream mode. Or is it upstream? It's downstream. And if we change it by undoing the tab again, and we shift it, you're gonna see some red appearing here. This is upstream mode. I'm gonna lock it in upstream mode because that's the default mode, but you can do whatever you want. You could either do downstream or upstream, it's your choice. And it's the same thing with the red version. So, like I said, at least you know that everything is there. Also, if you look here in the middle here, you're gonna see that there's a part that separates from the rest of the core. That is the part that will help with the wiggle mode. I'm not sure if I should call it the wiggle mode, but the shift mode, okay, when your bay is able to move from left to right. Now, we're gonna have here, like, okay, first of all, of course, the armor, which is a pretty balanced in weight armor for stamina type, makes sense. Now, here we have the Moon Forge disc, very circular, I must admit, with those two holes right here, that will actually help with the upstream or downstream of your bay due to the fact that the wing is going to be able to pass through those holes to be able to either lift a little bit your bay or put it more to the ground of the stadium. So here we have that. And here's the bounce driver. So the bounce driver is like a gyroscope satellite form, because you have that round piece here. And if you look correctly at the little tip right here, look at what happened when I press on it. It hides itself inside of the driver, but thanks to a spring lock, it's able to come right back out, which is the reason why it's called bounce. Now, technically, if you remember correctly, in the series where we have Kit play with his Hair Knight in Turbo, the bay was able to be airborne into the air to actually kind of float. I'm not sure it's gonna be able to do that with iRoyale, but it might be a good hand with the bounce driver. So let's put this bad boy back it up. There we go. And of course the forged disc and the driver. So here we have, like I said, Wing Knight. So like I said to you, the red version of Wing Knight could actually do the same thing with the shift. It has the bounce driver. It has the ability of being either upstream or downstream, and it is a different coloring. But yeah, honestly, I prefer the original version, which is why I'm gonna say it right now, and I'm gonna share this video to make sure that people are able to get into the action. If you didn't get yourself the Random Booster number 13, volume 13, and you would like to get yourself a Wing Knight, I'm offering it to trade or sell. Okay? If I trade it, it's gonna be for another beta I probably want myself, or it's gonna be for something else that you might be interested of sharing with me, either Bakugan, Vanguard, or whatever. If I sell it, I'm probably gonna sell it for not that high of a price since it's open and the sticker is on and everything. I'm probably gonna sell it for about 30 bucks. Yeah, 35 bucks. Who knows? It depends. But yeah, that's just how I see it. Now, I'm gonna show you all the pieces before. Actually, I'm gonna show you all the other three bays. So, like I said, I did all my modification due to the fact that you can see here, technically, the Gold Knight should be with Prominence. I actually put the Gold Knight with the red blades to be able to have myself the Prominence Kirbyus, so defense mode. It has the Karma disc, Legacy disc, and it has the one of the new pieces that I got for my collection, the Destruction Dash driver, which is one of the drivers that I'm actually gonna keep for myself, as well as pretty much all the other pieces that comes with this bay, due to the fact that I can always use the pieces to make some new configuration of Beyblades, which is never a bad thing. So here we have the Devil Wing Belial. So yeah, since technically Excalibur was supposed to be with Devil Wing, it's already with the Tarfing mode. This one is Belial with the Devil Blades. It has the Karma Forge disc, and the driver is the High Wave Dash driver. A very high driver, almost like the High Extend driver, the High Extend Dash driver, but yeah, it's due to that black part right here that is the consideration of the high mode, which is not a bad thing. It's a pretty good piece. I'm probably gonna use it with Greatest Raphael to have another high driver as a proposition for this bay. Who knows? And I'm probably gonna use the Devil Blades for another bay. Then again, I'm not exactly sure. I'm probably just put somewhere, whatever. And we have here the Tarfing Excalibur, Tarfing Bay. Sorry about that. Which is a clone of my Xiphoid Excalibur. It's actually the same pieces, the same driver, with different coloring, of course. The same forged disc with different coloring, of course. The same DB core with different coloring, of course. And due to the fact that it's the same, it has the sword gimmick as well. Between Tarfing and Excalibur, I prefer the coloring of Tarfing. So here's another thing. If you didn't get yourself the Xiphoid Excalibur, but you would like to have it either for the pieces or whatever, I'm also putting it up to trade or sell. And due to his weight, it would be like around 40 bucks. Even though it's open and everything. If you want the box, I could give you the box as well. But this one, due to the weight and its gimmick and the fact that all the pieces are original as well, it's gonna be 40 bucks. So yeah. We'll see depending on how people are reacting and who is interested in this bay. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I thought the video was gonna be a bit longer. The first take that I actually do for this video was a bit longer. I can't lie about that. That's the actual truth. Because I presented all the pieces, different and everything. The next video I'm gonna do with these bays are gonna be a test spin. It's gonna be a test spin especially for Wing Knight, original and red version, and it's gonna be a test spin for Tarfing, and I'm probably gonna also do a battle video between those two and those two to see which one is the best. And depending on the winner, it's gonna be a battle between Wing Knight and Excalibur as well. Well, Tarfing in that case. It's gonna be a battle between these two. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I actually thought this video was gonna be longer than that, but so yeah, until then guys, until next time, as always, stay safe, take care of yourself, because after all, you only have one of you. And as always guys, spin out!